coffee drinker.
I drink coffee.
A lot more on the campaign trail, or do you try to keep it steady?
I'm drinking more tea now.
Oh, really?
Decaffeinated tea, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
So too
and
much
I'm
caffeine
trying to
is
eat
too-
a little bit better as well.
Well, post-surgery, is that
Yeah.
the case? Yeah?
Yeah.
So is that a wake-up call?
Yes, it is. And you know, what I kick myself about is I did not pay attention to symptoms.
Yeah.
So I hope people can learn from my experience. I worked very hard, but I was more fatigued than I usually was. And I should have realized that.
Did you just chalk that up to I'm busier
Yeah,
on the
and I was.
campaign trail?
You do
Sure.
3 or 4 rallies a day, you're tired. Duh, of course you're tired.
Right.
But I was tireder than I normally was.
You're feeling good?
I am feeling good. I really
I know
am.
a lot of people ask you about your health condition and about your age. You're 78 years old. Do you think it's appropriate to be asked about that? And do you think ageism is a thing in this country, and is it an acceptable thing?
Look, I think that people in America, as they're evaluating different candidates, have a right to ask any question on any issue, including age, including health. But when you evaluate a candidate, you have to look at the totality of that candidate. So to me, in terms of age, I have been actively involved in politics for over 30 years. Take a look at my record. And what you learn from that is the views that I'm talking to you about did not come to me yesterday or last year. For better or for worse, I've been doing what I'm doing for my entire life, and I think that's worth something.
Why are you running again?
Well, I'm running again because 4 years ago, we kind of made major breakthroughs in changing the political conversation in this country. So I want to complete what we began and bring forth a political revolution so that we have a government that works for all of us, not just the 1%.
So you think your ideas are becoming more mainstream, but some still consider them very far left, and that's a big debate, as you are well aware, within your own party. Does the country need to go to the left or stay in the middle?
I don't like using the word left or right.
Okay.
I like talking about ideas in terms of how they impact the vast majority of the people out in our country, working people, middle-income people, and low-income people. And Kerry, if you look at the ideas that we're talking about, they are enormously popular.
So I think a lot of voters have heard this from you. They're familiar with your stance. I want to know, what do you think voters, and even in your second go-around, what don't voters know about Senator Bernie Sanders?
That occasionally I smile, that I have a sense of humor, that I have 7 beautiful grandchildren and 4 great kids who are the joys of my life.
A family man.
Somebody who believes believes in family and enjoys family very much.
What are you learning on this go so far in the campaign trail? You said you had these conversations 4 years ago. You want to finish what you started. Are you hearing anything different through the Granite State?
I am. I'll tell you one of the profound differences. 4 years ago, people were concerned about climate change. They knew that it was real. That attitude has changed dramatically. And people now understand that climate change is, if you like, an existential threat.
Is that in New Hampshire and nationally as well that you're seeing that shift?
Yes. Now the question is how boldly we have got to act. And I think, and what my proposal is about, is listening to the scientists. And we got to do that. And the scientists are telling us that if we don't get our act together, there will be irreparable harm done in our country and around the world.
On a crowded debate stage, there's a lot of voices up there. Is there something about your campaign or your platform you think isn't reaching voters yet?
I think people know where I stand. I think where we have not done, to be honest with you, a good enough job is talking about the record that I've established in my ideas for the senior citizens of this country. I know that in Vermont and around this country, there are many elderly people who literally cut their pills in half because they cannot afford the high cost of prescription drugs. Our Medicare for All program will limit the amount of money that any person in this country spends on prescription drugs to $200 a year. That's it. I do want seniors to know that, to me, we've got to do everything we can to expand Social Security benefits, extend the life of Social Security, and that we're going to work hard on those issues.
Ready to hit the ground running.
We are off and running.
Senator Bernie Sanders,
Hey.
thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it.
Good, my pleasure.